Hello and welcome back, everybody. In this video, I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about taking a leap of faith, or some people would prefer to call it let it go. And before I get into this, I'm going to just say that most of the stuff that I've been talking about so far has to do with willpower. So healing, meditation, taking responsibility for your life, stepping into your power. All these things have to do with you taking an active role in your life. And although that your willpower can take you very, very far, it cannot take you the whole way. It is very essential for people to get connected with their own power, but there's also a component of, just trusting life, or trusting God, or trusting source energy, or whatever you want to call it. And you remember, like, when I said that your ego, it is wounds that doesn't want to heal. And exactly for the same reason, it cannot let go. The ego cannot trust. It cannot let go. It doesn't want to heal. And this is one of the hardest things for the ego to do, is to let go and actually trust in something else beside itself. And when it comes to trusting in life or God or something else, it takes a lot of courage in order for one to let go of the issues that we have, and as far as like being able to trust in something else. But when we do, there's amazing things that happen. Everybody has heard of like spontaneous healing and all this stuff about like when there's instant healing. Well, it takes the leap of faith into trusting in life and that things will work out. And when you do, there's incredible things that will happen, because we're really connected with Source or God or whatever you want to call it. And anything is possible at that point. There is no more, as I've said before, there is no wounds in the spirit world. The wounds are in with our ego. That's where the wounds are. But when you're connected with soul and spirit, there is no wounds, and anything is possible. It's about trusting in life, believing that everything is intelligent, and that things will work out at the end. If we're able to do that, then we no longer have to control things, right? And when we're in this state where we're trusting and we believe that things will work out, there is a big shift that happens in our consciousness, where we no longer have to hold on to things. We no longer have to control things. And then you can trust your heartbeat to keep on going. You can trust that your body's going to be intelligent enough to take the next breath that you need without forcing it, right? So we do trust in certain things, right? Everybody needs to take the leap of faith, but there are certain aspects of life where, we're scared to let go of the control, right? And this prevents us from being connected to Source and to God. I have come to realize that when we are feeling wounded, when we feel pain, it is because we're not connected to Source or to God at that point. And this is why we're experiencing pain. And this pain shows us that we're out of alignment. And it's very hard to admit that, because we are so, in a sense, trying to control things again, right? and it's hard for us to trust. Even it is very difficult for us to trust in ourselves. And I think that's possibly a good way to start, about like taking a leap of faith and like trusting in yourself, trusting in your intelligence, in your emotions, and in your intuition. So if somebody has a difficult time trusting in something else, try trusting yourself. So we should keep on healing. We should keep on focusing on working on ourselves, because there's going to be moments where we're not going to be as aligned with spirit or soul as much as we would want to. So we will fall back to the sort of default programming where we will be back in our ego and back in our wounds. And if we didn't do any healing, then the wounds will be much more intense, and we'll feel the pain of these wounds so much more. So in the sense, that's where I said at the beginning not to, even though taking a leap of faith is so important, it is still important to take responsibility and to heal, because there's moments where we will not be as connected as what we would like, and we will fall back to the body, the ego, right? We'll fall back to that, and then all the wounds that we didn't take care of, all the healing that we didn't do, we will feel it just the same as it was before. And it's okay, right? We're not perfect, our being is not perfect, and we will, kind of like fall down the steps where we're going to feel disconnected sometimes. And there's another video I'm going to be doing on a topic similar to this in the future, where when we're not well, it's because we're not connected. When we're not feeling, we're not really connected to the spiritual side, right? And that's when we're not well. And this happens in different situations, such as like sometimes it'll be talking in front of a crowd, sometimes it'll be in a business dealing, because we can't trust in that situation. Or maybe it'll be a relationship where we cannot trust others, and so we'll fall off the wagon, and we'll go back to the sort of default ego kind of like programming, and that's where like all the wounds are. So if we have too much trauma, too many wounds, when we're in a relationship, we will have a very difficult time in a relationship, right? The same thing as if you're having a hard time talking in front of a big group. You're not feeling connected, right? So when we're connected to soul and spirit, everything flows naturally. Everything is, in a sense, like easy. Everything is going well, right? And when we don't feel this way, we can kind of like pick up that we're not connected in this instance, right? And so with the ego, we have to accomplish things with sometimes great effort, right? But while if we're doing it with soul, we're connected with soul and spirit, everything happens almost automatically, right? There is no effort required. So I think this wraps up for this topic for now. And again, if anybody has any comments or questions, go ahead. If you liked it, like it. Until next time, I hope you are all well.